Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be. It is good to have you with us today. Going to turn. I said in the title, we're going to turn something useful, but it's here it is. It's a block, piece of oak. This is some dunnage that I picked up somewhere up the road here. I think it's a recycling shop. And cut it up. I've got these are some of the last few pieces I've got of this. I've got a couple other blocks that we'll get into at another time. But anyway, we're going to work on this. I've got some good folks in the background with me that are going to help along the way. I've got Sir Mark. I've got I've got
Right.
got Wayne the Wood Jedi, and I've
Good
got Queen
evening,
Ruby.
everybody.
Good to have
Hello,
these guys.
everyone.
They're going to be answering my question or answering your questions and relaying things to me as well. So I'm going to throw them back in the background, and as we get started here, somebody will start reading off the names of those who are in here in
Yeah,
just a
that'll be
second.
Mark.
But anyway, like I said, okay. That's what you get for not being around, Mark.
That's a
Anyway, we've got this
surprise.
piece of oak. We're going to turn a box. We're going to turn a box similar to this one. Um, Put that down. I can kind of show you this. Just a nice little box. It's not a tight fit or anything on this one, but hopefully the new one is going to be a little tighter. And we're going to do something different on the lid, a little decoration on the lid. So I'm going to get started, and I'll let these guys kind of take over for right now.
Promise. Good evening, everybody.
Don't everybody
Happy New
jump at
Year.
once.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be my task. Right, so reading from the participants list, which looks quite short, so a few of you need to make some comments, so YouTube can pick you up. It's alphabetical, so there's no order. Albert Dawson, Anthony Green, Barry Chitty, Rob from Copperell Wood Turning, Andy from Door 60, Fred Gilliver, Hampton Wood Turnings, that's Scott, James Crawford, they do, Lucy Bundy Rowe, Malcolm Douglas, Old Man Riverwood Turner as Dale, Roger Kent, Professor, Tim Ponder, Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks, Ward Wilson, it's a whole nother country, Weaval, Wooden Barrel, and Wurzel the Wood Butcher. Henry Grossall Works 69's just come in, and I believe it's everybody on the list.
Did you get Tim
Hello,
Ponder?
good
Hello,
evening.
everybody.
I did get Tim Ponder, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Hey,
Good
everybody.
evening,
So
Al.
good to have you along.
Nice to see you in here.
Absolutely.
Just to let everybody know, it'll soon be Easter.
Oh, cheers, Mark.
So
Let,
thanks, 3 months to Easter.
let's not push it too fast, okay, Mark?
We only get an extra day this year. It's a leap year.
Yes, we do.
That's
Somebody said
true.
on Paul Finley's
Evening, Rob.
live yesterday that we're only 350 some odd days away. I got looking to see exactly what we were. I realized it was labor or
Yeah,
leap year. So
I see
yeah, we got another extra.
Yeah,
some people have already put the Christmas decorations up for this year.
Yes, they have.
well, Alex makes a good point, Mark. The next holiday is Valentine's Day.
That's true.
That's not a holiday.
You, you better not forget that day, Mark. Just a
We,
word of warning.
we don't do anything for Valentine's Day. We do it the day before. It's half price.
You sure you're not part Scottish?
No, I am actually half Scots.
This oak being reclaimed dunnage is quite dry, quite hard. Um, it's a big part
Anthony
of why you're seeing a lot of powder coming
Anthony
off.
Green has said, guess what? Shops are selling flour and eggs for pancake days so soon after Christmas. Whatever
Yes.
next.
Pancakes are good any day, as long as you're
Yeah,
using real maple syrup.
I just love that because that is so sarcastic. I think that's
Yeah.
really brilliant.
Alan Gibson. Hello, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Ruby's already doing her marketing thing for the Canadian maple syrup board.
Yeah.
It'll be delivered via a moose.
On the back of a
Especially the Pete.
Cobra chicken.
You're right, especially for Pete.
All right. We're almost around here. For me, when I'm turning a box, that's kind of the big deal is get my piece round, and then I can go from there and figure out shape and all those fun things.
Is this a side grain box, Doug, or an end grain box?
This is, I think it's side grain. Side grain.
Oh,
I think.
outside
Yeah,
grain boxes.
sure is. Sure
Yeah,
is.
I was going to say I like side grain boxes because not a lot of people do them, and they're always a little
Yeah.
bit different.
Yeah, just a little different, isn't it?
Paul
not,
Newton's
Paul
in.
Hoyt.
Hello, Paul.
Yeah, evening, Paul. Albert
Question there
Dawson
for
is
you,
asking,
Ruby.
No,
can
Al,
any? Oh, sorry, go on, Ruby.
no, only sugar maples produce proper syrup. And sugar maples are a very hard maple. They also don't do well planted in a city. They do better out in the wild areas. As a kid, I can remember going back in the woods and we would make cups out of birch bark and we'd tap into a couple of the trees with a piece of pipe. It was a great way to get a snack while you were out in the woods.
Anyway, the best maple syrup comes from Vermont anyway. This Canadian rubbish. It's all imposter stuff.
Oh my life, Mark, you're pushing it tonight, aren't you?
She doesn't know where I live now. Say what I like.
Just remember, paybacks can be fun, Mark. And you never know when it's coming.
You never expect the Spanish Inquisition.
You never expect the Spanish Inquisition. Nice one, Sunshine. And Andy, Wivy Woodshed's just come in.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, Wivey. Just making a tenon for my lid. Come right down to my jaws. And then I'm going to cut this, divide this blank in half. Not in half, but in two.
Hampton Wood Turning says the waffles are better than pancakes, and I will agree with them on that.
And Lucy has said the best maple syrup that she ever had was brought over by her cousin in Canada.
They stopped in Vermont.
Of course.
No way, Mark.
Hi there. For those of you that don't know, there's a massive war has been going on for like 400 years between the Canadians and those who live in Vermont and Maine, New England. One says one's best, the other says the other's best.
Oh, Andy's just come in. Age UK.
Hi, Andy.
UK.
Fresh.
Hi, Andy.
Let's see.
See the whole thing. Okay, you put maple syrup on pancakes and everything like this. The whole thing about the pancakes is using up what is left over before you start doing the fasting.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Ben Jam's just come in as well.
Hey, Ben.
Those Tuesdays beginning of Lent.
It is.
I gave up coffee once for Lent. Actually, it was really good. I didn't kill anybody.
Thank goodness.
Ben's in. Hello, Ben.
Yep, Lucy
Alright.
said lemon and sugar on pancakes. That's the way that we used to have them when I was a kid.
Lemon,
Lemon
sugar.
juice and sugar.
I've never
That's
had that.
I haven't either.
That's nice, actually. Yeah.
Brown sugar or white sugar?
Oh
White
yeah,
sugar.
back in the day, Ruby, it was only white sugar.
Golden dripping.
Of course, all you need to make brown sugar is white sugar and some molasses.
True.
And Alex has said that's all he has on pancakes, which is the lemon and sugar.
Nothing's as bad as that debate, Ivy. That debate rages every year.
Every year. We haven't actually had that debate on a wood turning show for quite a while. And the debate we're talking about, Doug, is the jam or cream or cream and jam on scones.
I remember that debate.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
As long as it's got lashings of butter on first, I really don't care.
I agree, and then put both on.
Caring.
The only reason I like I would care for cream than jam is because if you put the jam on, the cream won't stick.
Okay.
Martin
Cream is the butter.
Ford has joined us. Welcome, Martin.
Evening, Martin.
Hey, Martin. How you doing, mate?
All right. Just getting it sanded up before I part it off.
Ben says he's going vegetarian for January, so it's a cheese sandwich tonight. Ben,
Oh, mercy.
I hate to tell you this, mate.
Cheese is not vegetarian.
Think again.
Oh, now Ronald Todd is asking you, Doug, did you ever find your wedding band?
Nope. Nope, never found it. What's going to happen is one of these days we will get fed up around here and we'll just decide we're moving. And when I'm cleaning up the shop, packing it, ready to go, that's when I'll find it. Or when I go out and spend a whole bunch of money to get a new one.
Well, both things may happen too.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, I don't wear one when I turn anyway, but no, I have not found it.
Wood
My
turning
wife and my
gods were
son have both
smiling on
said,
me
well,
today.
you know where it is.
Chris
I dropped a screw for one of me chuck jaws. Went straight between the bedways, straight down into the shavings. Everybody knows what the shavings are like under my leg. I bent down, put my hand in, straight on it. How's that?
One.
Oh my!
Now I saw something on Facebook today with a guy changing his chuck jaws, and he actually puts the chuck onto a magnetic tray before he starts changing the jaws. So all the screws, so all the screws actually stick to the magnetic tray when he puts them down.
It's not a bad idea.
Chris Walters has joined us. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, it was. It was. I can believe it. I actually had to stop turning and make myself a cup of coffee and just think about things for a minute or two.
And Robert
what I did
joined us.
I'm sorry, who?
Robert Boyce.
Oh, Robert. Hey, Robert. There we go. Using Ruby's favorite parting tool.
Alex has said that he changes his jaws on a worktop opposite end of the lathe. What I've got? I tend to use Axminster chucks, and I just buy extra jaw carriers. So all the jaws are on jaw carriers. So I just swap out the jaw carriers. For those of
Mhm.
you
That's
who
nice, yeah.
who can afford or who have got Easy Wood Tools chuck, all you do is pop an Allen key in, take the jaw out, pop a new one in.
Yeah, very fast.
No screws, no nothing.
Chris was asking what you're turning. He's turning a small box, Chris. Do you remember the wood, Doug?
It's oak.
It is oak. Okay.
Yes, definitely oak. No question about that.
Right, I'll
Well,
be
they've got
back in a
quick
couple of
turners in.
minutes.
Hi, Peter.
Hi,
Peter?
Peter. I'm just shooting off for a comfort break.
Go on then. Take your mic off.
I have a magnet that extends right beside the lathe so that anything that drops, I don't have to bend down and look for it. I just extend it down to fix it up.
Okay.
Chris Walters says he got another order for a bowl, but he doesn't have the wood. He says, thanks, Doug, for telling him where to get the mahogany.
Mahogany? You asked me about holly. But the same goes for mahogany. It's funny when we need a specific wood, we don't have it. I've got some mahogany here. I don't have holly though. But around here, holly is one of those things that's hard to come by because it's kind of a prized item in people's yards. So people don't want to cut them down when they have them.
It doesn't grow around here. We only have a little scrub brush that's holly. We don't get the tree.
Well, yeah, that's what most people here have. Ruby is a bush, but if they're left long enough, they do grow into a tree. Um, that's why they don't get cut down. They have to be quite old to be a tree. Let's see.
Martin Ford
Hopefully,
is just very helpfully telling everybody that the Axminster SK114 chucks are in the sale at the moment. £52 off. I know. I was going to get one. And then the gear linkage on my van snapped. So I had to spend the same money getting my gear linkage fixed.
I didn't really need to know that those chucks had £52 off. I'm not gonna bite this time. The last time,
Remind me to.
no,
I'm going to send you a
the
link a minute. Hold on. Just going to send you a link, Wayne.
No, the last time Axminster had a sale on, Mark happened to tell me about it with the SK100 chucks,
Good to know.
and I still haven't forgiven them.
How many did you buy?
I don't need
how many
another
did you
chuck
buy, Wayne?
now that I have the Easy Wood chuck.
Yeah. Rub it in.
Yeah.
Well, it sure goes fast to change the jaws on it, I have to say.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I think the record is because there was a competition about changing jaws, and the dispute is between JP and Carl Jacobson, I think. And I think the
Yes.
record is 9 seconds for
9
changing
seconds, yeah.
jaws.
I thought
He
it was
does.
pretty
Carl
good that a
changes his
blind
jaw
turner
turns
could do
live.
it in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Carl will change the jaws on his during his lives 3 or 4 times sometimes. And he doesn't get in a rush. He still does it pretty quickly. About
Well,
15
wait, just
seconds,
for
or
you.
sometimes less.
Oh, cheers, Mark. You're all heart. I'm not going to buy one.
207 pounds.
To tell you the truth, if they brought back the original SK114 with the index and plate on the back, I might think about it.
Yeah.
But they don't do that now. And as far as I'm concerned now, I've got an Axminster Super Chuck, which was the original Chuck that Axminster brought out way back. I've got one of them, and it is an absolutely brilliant Chuck. The SK114, as far as I'm concerned, is the second best Chuck that they made, and the original SK114 had the index and plate on the back, and they should never have got rid of that.
Right.
Not called the Super Precision. That's the
The
ones
Su-
that Gary has quite a few of.
Oh yes, he has. Yeah, the Super Precision Chuck is an absolutely brilliant Chuck. That was one of the first 4-jaw wood turning chucks. With the scroll, the first scroll chucks. Sorry, that was brought out for wood turners back in the late 80s, I believe. And it was an absolutely brilliant chuck.
So I'm saying that the SK100's on offer as well. He's going to be rich.
Ruby, what's the tool company there in Canada that sells at discount prices? KMS or?
Yeah, KMS.
Yeah, they keep running the Novichok. I'm trying to get this measurement on here real quick. And of course, the quicker I try to get it, the longer it takes me.
Well,
It's the
that's
same
because
chuck as-
you're a guy. You can't think and do something at the same time.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, sexist. Can't say that now.
gosh.
It's a well-known, documented fact, Mark, that women can
Can't say it.
multitask.
No, no, it's just not fair. It's just not fair.
Anyway,
Right.
what I started to say
Barry-
was this new
Oh,
Novichok
sorry.
that I got, they were running this one. This was on sale for $99.99 or $99.95 Canadian. So it was a super good bargain for us here in the States. I could get
Yeah.
it shipped for less than $100.
Susie's in.
So I
Hello, Susie.
Yeah, Barry Chitty has said to me that the SK100 is on offer as well. The last time, Mark actually sent me a message about the SK100 being on offer, and I did buy one.
yeah.
It was
So
Mick
I've
Hughes'
got-
fault. Mitch sent me the
I've
link
got-
and I sent it to him.
Yeah, I've got the old SK100 and I've got the new SK100, and I just love Axman's chucks. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah, the last time I was there with Pete, he bought a new chuck.
He did. I believe he bought an SK100.
Yep.
Good evening, Susie.
I've got to keep watch on that KMS sale. If I started to get another one, started to order one last night, and they're not on that same special. They're discounted, but not as much as they were.
And Heather's just
And I
come in as
understand.
well. Hiya, Heather.
Hey,
Heather,
Heather,
Hello, Heather.
understand that Nova has just redone that chuck again for the second time. Oh, here's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, didn't Shay do a video on it? BB Turning.
Yes, he did. Yes. Yeah, they've taken away where you had to do them in order. There's still an
Oh,
order to the
right,
jaws,
okay.
but you don't have to put them on the chuck body in order. Put the jaws in line with each other, not to the body. Plus, they've changed the direction of the twist now, made it righty tighty, lefty loosey instead of the opposite way around.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was annoying with that chuck.
Yes.
It was. It still is for all mine. Mine are still all backwards.
Right, Susie. Doug is making a box, and he's making it out of oak.
Yeah.
Off camera, please, Doug.
Yeah.
Tailstock.
How about the tailstock camera?
Well, I'm right now done with the inside, so I'm sorry.
You put it
Yeah,
all back on.
I should have picked up on that sooner.
I should have picked up on it myself, but just kind of starting that.
Anthony Green is asking, ladies and gents, can you explain the best way to get a snug fit on a box? I have tried a few times and it's close but not quite right. Do you taper the rims to fit? Okay, from my point of view, I don't taper the rims to fit. I tend to make the lid and where it's fitting into parallel, and it's something that you really have to creep up onto. And usually, when you say I'll do one final cut, that is too much. If it's just about to fit, try sanding with 60 grit initially to try and get the top and the bottom to fit well.
Now,
Now,
see,
most of
That is so close.
I use a taper when I do mine.
well, I don't tend to.
Well, that way I find I can adjust it to how tight I want it. Like, do I want
You
it?
use a
you know,
taper and then get a burnish line. Really?
Jimmy Clues, when I first learned to do a tight fit box with Jimmy Clues, he taught us the taper method, where the recess, like I've got on this lid, is straight, it's parallel, and then you taper the top edge. If I can get this where you can see, you taper this top edge just slightly so it starts to go in, and then it's a reverse cut on the bottom half until it finally does go in. And it works. But like, it doesn't matter whether you use a taper or a parallel fit. Like Wayne said a while ago, you got to sneak up on it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm only sanding right now, because I was so close to this going in, and that's on a
Now,
parallel cut.
what a lot of wood turners like is to have the wood turners fit where it's a pretty tight fit. So when you take the top off, it goes pop. But what a lot of customers like is where it's not a loose fit, but it's a slim fit, if you like, where you only need to take where you only need just a little bit of tightness to take the lid off.
Right.
Now, I've almost got a wood turner's fit on here. It's not quite there. It's still too tight. In fact, I got to move my tail
demo
rest
that I
to get it
do
off.
for boxes. I do a wood turner's fit because obviously I'm demoing wood turners. But when I make boxes for sale, I do them with what we call a ladies fit.
Yes.
So you can lift the lid off with one hand, and the base stays on the top, stays on the desk.
Royce, the
Jimmy
boy
Cruz
has
says,
joined us.
lift it off, put the
Evening,
earrings
Roy.
in, put the lid. Roy,
Good to have you with us, Roy.
Barry Chitty has said he's just noticed on the Axminster sales site that they are not stocking the 406 benchtop lathe anymore. Now I saw something else about another lathe that they're not stocking, and that is this a similar
305.
lathe to the 305, a similar lathe to what Simon Hope does as well.
Yeah.
Which he hasn't got in stock anymore as well. So I think there might be some stuff going on with the Chinese factories and stuff.
That's the lathe. That's the small lathe I've got, isn't it? Mine.
It is, yes.
Yeah. There's a top button on it then. The 406 bench top is basically exactly the same lathe that Wayne has. The reason they've stopped selling it because you can buy it with the legs for pretty much the same price as you could buy the benchtop version. Just don't put the legs on. Just bulk it
Yeah.
down to the benchtop and store the legs somewhere else for use later.
Now, Ben says, see, now this is my problem with threaded boxes. I'd have thought it's something a customer would find annoying. Some customers prefer threaded, some don't. The problem is that over time the wood tends to move and the threads don't always connect properly.
And the other thing is you've got to have the right type of wood to do threaded boxes.
Right. An exotic, very hard, tight-grained wood.
Yeah, very hard, tight grain. If you're looking at European woods, boxwood is about the best for doing threaded boxes.
But even
or
that,
threaded
even that can get tight. I've got one here that's I can't get it open right now.
And
Then
the
if you
annoying
use
thing,
Simon Oak threaded wood,
the other annoying thing with box is that it does tend to split, so you don't get it in any sort of decent sizes. Go on, Mark. What were you saying?
I was going to say, if you use the Simon Oak threading jig, you can thread just about any wood. Because he quite often demonstrates threading with sycamore. But he uses
Yes, he
super glue,
does. Yes, he does tend to use super glue to tighten up the threads.
tighten the threads up, and he uses sycamore and elm, oak, beech. It's a lovely piece of kit. It's just, again, is it going to be rich?
I already have three threading systems. I don't think I need a fourth.
See, that's the thing about wood turners. Who gets rich being a wood turner? People who sell a hell of a lot of stuff to a hell of a lot of shops. The likes of Glenn Lucas, one of his main incomes is selling wooden bowls. His other main income is teaching. And then you get the likes of Simon Hope, who does a lot of demos, did a hell of a lot of stuff, made his name by doing bagpipes, but now he sells a hell of a lot of accessories, and this is what tends to happen. Is that if you want to make money as a wood turner, you've got to have some sort of extra income there, as opposed to the wood turning to actually make the money.
For me, I find it's mostly the teaching and the commercial turning that I do. You know, the balusters and newel posts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
same here.
If you look at the likes of Steve Jones, all he does is production turning. If you look at the likes of Mark now, what Mark is getting into now is the production turning and doing the artistic stuff on the side, but it's merely the production turn that Mark's doing now.
Steve Jones does do a lot of extra stuff when he has the time as well.
He does, yeah, but predominantly he is.
He doesn't enjoy it. He doesn't enjoy doing the other stuff. He only really enjoys
the
repetitive production turning.
Yeah, it's the 9 to 5 production stuff that Steve really enjoys.
Interesting.
One-off stuff.
That's not what he said to me when I had a conversation with him.
Oh, he said that loads of times to me. He says the one-off stuff, can't stand it. It takes him too long. He can't get set up. He can't get into a flow. He just prefers doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the same thing.
I find that it can be enjoyable doing both. I find the production turning tends to pay better.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the artistic stuff, like the stuff I've been doing the last couple of weeks, it's all very nice. You know, it's lovely to practice and do interesting things and make pretty things. that stuff will sit on my shelf for probably a year or two. I won't see any return from any of this.
Till just the right person comes along.
Exactly. Then I'm booked up until I've got lessons booked starting next week. Every week until the end of March.
Mm-hmm.
That pays for my workshop. Just students.
See, this is what I like. Being a hobby turner, I just do what I want when I want.
That works too.
We're going to try out a new product, new to me. I'm not sure how long it's been around. I don't think it's been too long. Anyway, some material called Resincrete. It's not resin. It's not concrete. Um, it's a white powder. Somebody said it's kind of like plaster, except it's a lot easier. And my one little experiment, and I'll show that to you here in just a second. I found the same thing. It's about a 30-minute setup time. If you mold it, it molds beautifully. And if you mold it, you can demold in about 30 minutes. It's not fully cured until 24 hours. Let's see if I slow that down, it might sound even better.
Right,
So anyway,
Lucy asked a question asking if has my chat frozen or are people not chatting? Ruby said you're frozen. Marcus said chat seems to be moving. Lucy has said she'll go out and try again. Roy has said that it froze his end.
And Todd thinks they've been put in timeout. No, I didn't time them out.
No, Lucy hasn't been put in timeout. The chat is a bit slow. There's not a hell of a lot of people chatting about whatever's going on. I don't know if the chat is slow, but there is still chat coming through.
I think it's because they can't get a word in edgewise with us. Now, where did you pick up this product that you're going to inlay with?
I got my Resincrete on Amazon. It's relatively inexpensive, nothing like resin, where resin costs you $100 plus for a gallon kit. This is simply a dry powder. I got a 1,000-gram kit, kind of an introductory kit. They had a couple of mixing cups and a spatula and some coloring agent, so you could color it. It seems like the whole kit was only $30 US, so it was not expensive. All right, I've got about.
Now, how do you spell that? Resin.
RESINCRETE, just like it sounds.
Okay.
All right, what I've got here now.
The other moderators can see what I've just done.
Why was that?
You see what he said?
Hang on.
He said I'd been a hog in the chat.
Oh, come on, that was nothing.
It was only for 60 seconds.
Plus 2 or 3 more.
I like the fact that we can put people in timeout now for 10 seconds, 60 seconds, or 10 hours.
Yeah, you can put timeline on it. So right now, here's what we've got. We've got my screen's wanting to freeze up now. Come on. Have I frozen to you all?
Keep freezing a little bit.
There it goes. Yeah, I'm herky jerky on my end. I think I've got a good picture of the box. Golly, it's way behind. Okay, let's raise it up just a little bit. Come up. Come on.
It should be out.
Anyway,
Back in by
there's
now.
my box. Let's see. Let me go back to my overhead. Maybe better. And there we go. Okay, you can see I've got a little raised area in the center, and around it is a groove. Come on.
I'm back
Holy
towards you a
cow.
bit. There
What
you
in
go.
the world is going on? Yeah, I'm sitting still. I'm waiting for it to catch me. Okay, you can see the center lump there, or not lump, it's a center pillar there in the center with a ring around it. And then around that is a raised area all the way around, and that blends into the basic part of the top. And as of right now, I've got a wood turner's fit. I've got to work it. Well, there it goes. It does pop when I take it loose. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to sit that there. I have already prepared my, I've got, this is a 30 to 100 ratio on this ResinCrete. So as soon as the camera catches up, you'll see.
I've got to say, Doug, the video is way behind the audio.
Yeah, it's way behind, which I don't understand. Everything's working good. My
And it's very
internet's been working
vanilla.
great all
Let
day.
me.
Yeah, because I'm watching on YouTube, and you're just mixing up the resin grid.
Yeah, I'm not even mixing it yet.
Now, when you say it's a 30 to 100, 30 parts what to 100 parts of what?
100 parts of the powder to 30 parts of water.
Okay.
So what I've got here is 60 grams, and it's done by weight. 60 grams of powder. I'm going to put in 20 grams of water. I pre-measured that. It seems like it's not nearly enough water, but if you try this stuff, believe me, the instructions work perfectly. They do give you a more watery possibility. You can do 35 parts of water to 100 parts of the powder. That's primarily if you're going to put it on top of acrylic paint. That seems strange to me that you would paint first, but anyway, whatever. They say that the acrylic paint actually will absorb some of the water, so you can add just a touch more. Let me let Wayne back in here. There he is.
I was just going to say.
Wayne, did you find something?
No, I just went out to see if I could catch up with the video.
Okay.
It seems it has caught up.
It's still a touch behind on mine, but that's okay. Anyway, just mixing this up, and I'm going to try something. The colors that come with it are very, I'm going to say it just for you, Mark. They're pastel. The red that comes with it. Yeah, pastel is what we would say. The red that comes with this turns pink. You can put the whole bottle in there and it turns pink. Somebody said try some printer ink. Well, I don't have any printer ink available at the moment, but I have some alcohol ink. So I'm going to put a goodly amount of that in, and just to see what it does. It's a very rich blue, but then when I mix it, of course, it goes milky. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. There is a limit to how much colorant you can put in. I think they say, well, I forget what they said. It's either 2% or 5% by weight.
So
That's
how
better.
quick does this dry, Doug?
It sets up. You can, if you put it in a mold, you can demold it in about 30 minutes. And then for fully cure, they say 24 hours.
Okay.
So what I've got, what did I do with it? There they are. because I'm going to have too much for my box top. I know that. So I've got 2 molds sitting here, a heart and a star. The only issue is this stuff really is runny, and so you can make a huge mess if you're not a little careful.
I think I'm going to be precise.
Well, a spoon might work better.
A spoon probably would work better.
Syringe.
That's all I'm going to put there. I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm going to take the rest of this. I'm going
Babes
to
is
start
in.
with this.
Hi, Mark Babes.
Hiya, Mark.
Hey, babes.
How's it
Mark.
going?
Now watch this. Won't be enough for this. That's okay though. I didn't get all the blue mixed in. That's okay too. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with this. I'm hoping to do some things with it if I can get it where I like it. This blue isn't too bad. I wish it was a richer blue, but it's just not. I'm going to try some
Lucy-
printer ink.
Lucy is asking the question, what about using a pipette? Yeah,
I
that
would
could work
think
as well,
that would
Lucy.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure would, because this is thin. It's not water thin, but it's pretty thin. It will run like crazy. Get those out of my way. And through the magic of YouTube, we have another box with some of
Oh,
that
that
on
was
top.
quick.
Yeah, it sets up real quick.
Yeah, well,
This
I
one-
heard you.
This lid is even looser than the other one, which is fine. The other one is very tight. I'm going to have to loosen it up. But this one is
I
loose.
see it turn paler on this one too.
Very much. Very much. All right, get my little bar. Just snug it up. Change my camera. Bring up my tool rest.
That
I'm
almost
watching-
looks like Texas on the front.
Well, I simply poured this yesterday when I just poured it in. So it is what it is. Now, my picture on OBS looks great. I wish y'all were seeing the same thing I'm seeing. At the
Looks-
same rate I'm seeing it.
It looks
Okay.
good from here.
Oh, no, the
Okay.
picture is absolutely brilliant, Doug.
Okay.
Awesome. Fine. I promise you, Ben,
Okay.
I did not put you in timeout. I only put HEK in timeout. And then only for 60
just going-
seconds.
I'm taking very light cuts across this stuff. So I'm not sure how it will hold up. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with it. This is the first time I actually turned it. I did cast this last night, as well as the little heart-shaped piece. I had the extra, so I poured the heart-shaped thing, and it demolded out of the heart very nicely, out of that silicone mold. That's perfect. As far as cutting it.
So it's
We're gonna
almost like a
run-
liquid version of Milliput.
Yeah. Which was kind of what I was hoping for when I went ahead and ordered it. I was hoping it would be a Milliput kind of thing, but I need to be able to color it.
Yeah.
I can get the pastel colors, obviously. I want to find something that I'd love to be able to get a black and a dark blue. Just some basic colors, really. I don't have
Well,
to have
endearing
major
to it.
things.
So, Andrew at Age UK has said, I think this is an answer back to Mark. He already put in a laughing thing, but he said he has big shoulders. That's the only thing big about you.
Yes,
Andrew.
but right.
Sorry.
See, I wasn't going to do that, Wayne. I thought I'd
That's-
upset him enough.
Some people would argue with that.
I didn't say that, Andrew.
Well, unlike you guys, I can always say that I have broad shoulders.
Just not tall ones.
Oh, Mark, what are we gonna do with you?
Again, don't know where I live now.
Yeah, but I can tell her.
All right.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Let's see. Here we go.
Andrew from EGK said, "It's okay." Went over his head.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
You don't say.
Andy. That's absolutely brilliant, man. Brilliant.
All right. Just put a little
I
sanding
really like
sealer
that
on
with the
there.
white. That white really works as a
The-
contrast.
Stands out nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the
Crisp.
blue will look good too.
It's very crisp.
Yeah. You saw it was kind of amoeba looking on there. Like I said, I just poured it. I poured it straight out of that mixing cup into the groove, and it just kind of flowed where it wanted to, and then it cut back extremely nicely. And at this point, it feels like it has sanded nicely. That's basically dry. Let's get a little. Little bit of Axe abrasive sanding paste on here.
Mark's got to go and do some work. See you later, Mark.
Oh, night,
Drive
Mark.
safe.
Yeah, he'll be out
Yeah.
driving tonight. The annoying thing is he was actually out. His first job of the new year was New Year's Eve, New Year's morning.
Oh my!
Yeah, you guys safe tonight because there's a lot of high winds about.
Yeah.
Right,
At least
can
tonight
we
won't
just
have to
say
worry about
that
the stumps on the road.
right, we're on Tuesday night at the moment. Tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, depending on where you live, we have the Worldwide Woodturners Group event on tomorrow night, which is
Mhm.
the usual weekly meeting, which is for those of you in the UK. It is late. It's midnight, but there's a bit of chat.
Mhm.
There's a bit of show and tell, and there's a demonstration as well. It goes on till the very early hours of the morning. But if you're in the States, it's a bit earlier. It's in the evening. Pop over, have a look, have a
Starts at
chat.
7 Eastern time. It's a good time. Good time, and it doesn't cost a thing. That's the great thing about it. It's not like most of the local clubs that charge you
Yep,
whatever it is
exactly.
their
And
annual rate is. This is free.
you don't have to be a member. You can just go over to worldwidewoodturners.org, have a look at the website, go into the events, or you will get a thing within there to tell you when the events are on. Pop in, come in, have a
Mhm.
chat. It is late. I usually get in there for an hour and a half just to have a chat, and then I've got to go to bed. But it's yeah, Alex has just said it cost me sleep, lol. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, Alex, for us. But it is brilliant. It's a really good event. It's an absolutely exceptional website to go in and have a look at. There's so much stuff goes on that website.
You got a turning question.
Worldwidewoodturners.org. In fact, I'll
Yeah,
just put
just about any turning question can be answered. Yes, please do. Please do. Um, you see on my controller is our logo, Worldwide Woodturners, and it's .org, not .com or anything else. They tried to get worldwidewoodturners.com, and somebody who was not using it had it tied up. They'd had it tied up for like 8 or 9 years at the time, and they would not. They would let go of it for a price.
Oh,
And
yeah,
our
because they
folks
were.
were smart enough. Well, we can go to something else.
Right, I've just put the link in to the website. It's a brilliant website. There's lots of information in there. The meetings happen, like I say, every Wednesday. UK time it is 12 midnight. For the US, there's various times over there. Can't remember them all.
Usually about
7 o'clock
7
Eastern,
p.m.
6 o'clock
Yeah.
Central. And the official meeting is over 3 hours after it starts. But then we
Yeah,
have the after meeting that can go on
and
for hours.
that's the
And
one that
you,
I usually can't see
you
see
come
up
and go,
for.
please.
Now, Heather has just said she's making
Don't
a
worry,
little
I don't
something.
either.
She's making a little something for the Worldwide Turners Club right now.
For the 2
All
by
right,
4.
Heather. Yeah,
Right, Alan Gibb is asking
yeah,
a
we had
question.
a.
Doug, how is that crease sanding, and how is it working with the axe paste?
I'll show you here in just half a second. Let me finish off this bottom, and I'll show you the whole kit and caboodle here. There we go. Just a nice cut from beginning to end without a lot of effort. Let the tool do the work. Get that little nub out of the center. We've all got our little pet peeves. That little nub in the center is mine. I hate to pick up a piece at a store that somebody's put a big old price tag on. It's got this little point right in the center. It just drives me bananas. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, isn't it, guys?
Now, Heather
Or
has
a
said
dog bowl for.
for the piece she's going to show on the event on Wednesday night, it might not be pretty, but it's unique.
There you go.
That sounds promising.
Unique is good.
Will it be as unique as my swords and shield?
I really like that Swords and Shield. That's great. That
Well-
is great.
Well, at least Alex can't complain about not having something different to try.
Well, that's
There
true.
you go. There you go. In fact,
anybody
I
hasn't-
advise all
I've got to say, if anybody hasn't seen the swords and shield that Ruby has done, I am hoping she is going to put some photographs out on either on Instagram or Facebook to show what she's talking about.
I guess I'll have to take some
Absolutely.
photos then.
Yes, you will, Ruby.
They were fun. They
I
were
am
fun. They were fun to do, I have to say.
I bet. I am hitting this bottom edge. It was a little sharp, so I'm hitting it with the 320 just to make it smooth so it doesn't feel sharp. I don't have anything sharp anywhere else, so let's. Okay. Again, we're going to put a little abrasive paste on it. Well, let's see. We better put a little sanding suit on it first.
Let's
Right,
ask him to set up the YouTube channel.
Right, there is a YouTube channel. I can't remember the title of the YouTube channel. Fred, just go on
Google.
Google, look up worldwidewoodturners.org. That's the best thing to do.
Or wood space Turner. Look up Worldwide Wood Turner. That'll get you there easier. If you look up just Wood Turner, you'll find it, but it's in a mix of about 1,000 other entries.
When you go to the
Yeah,
site, scroll down a little bit, and on the left side, you'll be able to see where it'll tell you when the next meeting is. And then there's another button. You click on that, and it takes you to the meeting. And it tells you what time the meeting is.
Benjamin says Facebook. The way I
Facebook.
pronounce Facebook. Yeah,
Book.
that happens on my lives all the time.
You might think you had
Yeah.
a wee bit of an accent.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. Don't change, Wayne. We like you just the way you are.
Well, I hope
We had a
everybody
fella here
appreciates my sacrifice that I'm going to have to make tomorrow. I've got to get up at stupid o'clock. It's British Telecom has said that they're going to be at my workshop at 8 o'clock in the morning to fit my broadband.
Oh, mercy.
I
Oh,
don't
you-
believe them, but I've still got to be there.
You
Yeah,
poor,
yeah.
you
Hang
poor
on,
dear.
Hang on. So you've got to be there at 8 o'clock.
That means I've got to get up at 7.
Well,
7 o'clock in the morning.
that's a bit bloody late.
7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know there were 2 7 o'clocks in a day.
Gee, my life.
Woodwork
But,
Learner has joined us and he says hi to Pink Fluffy Mark.
Oh, don't start.
Hello, intermediate. How are you?
What people at accents are asking me about that now.
Pink Fluff.
Including
Is the
including
key
the
to your
CEO.
shop on the Pink Fluff?
The managing directors asked, why do people call you Fluffy? I don't.
Yes, yeah.
Just
Well,
don't ask.
tomorrow morning you ought to show up in your pink fluffy outfit for them.
Oh, me.
Lucy has said, Wayne, we always mention you in your accent randomly. Yeah, it's a random accent.
It's not a Geordie accent, is it?
No. My
Here we
accent
go.
actually,
It's triggered.
my accent is not a Geordie accent. The Geordie accent is more
Yes.
pronounced than my accent. In
Yeah,
fact,
you
man.
can't understand a Geordie.
the accent from Sunderland is more pronounced than a Geordie accent. I'm from sort of in between. Where I grew up was 8 miles south of Newcastle and 9 mile west of Sunderland. I come from County Durham in a town called Chesterley Street. And Chesterley Street in Roman means camp on the street. So this is where I originally come from, was a Roman market town, and it has stayed a market town since then. And that is where my accent is from. It's a bit south of the Geordie accent. It's a bit west of the Sunderland accent. But that's me.
There you go.
If Ben Spencer said, since watching Wayne, I've now started saying, oh my life. Thing is, I oddly do it with a bit of an accent too. It's like that thing, you know, if you read a quote on Facebook from Morgan Freeman, you do it in his
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Well, it's the
Now,
same.
the other
Whenever
thing-
Wayne
the-
comments on Facebook, you read it in his accent.
Now, the other thing is, Andy from AGK, he was up in the northeast 3 or 4 months ago, I think it was, doing a health and safety audit for part of the company he's from, and when he was up there was quite a few people turning around and saying, "Oh, that's Champion Man." And he kept on turning around. He kept on turning around to see if I was actually there, saying, "Oh, that's Champion Man."
Champion Man.
Lucy says that now they're always saying, "You're jerking, man."
You jerking man.
that took off there for a while
dear
too,
me.
didn't it? Yes.
I
Yes.
tell you, I've got to say, with the comments coming in here about the way I see things and the way I talk and everything, this has actually made my evening. It really has.
Dude.
Well,
you would
Wayne,
think
at
that
least you know
people were
people,
listening.
at least you know people listen to you, and you're having a profound effect on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that a good
All
effect
right.
or a bad effect?
It's a good one.
Yeah, and Andy's just
Here-
said it was a funny few days up there.
That's
Right.
nice.
There's the box. This particular box was started yesterday. There's, I'll get the lid so you can see it. There's the lid. It has machined and sanded and polished excellently. It is as smooth. There are no gaps, no voids, nothing.
I really like that. That's
Yeah, I'm looking forward to experimenting some more with it. I'll be interested to see how this blue one does, and I'll probably turn it. Um, I don't know if I'll do it tonight or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's supposed to sit for 24 hours to fully cure, and I suspect it works better after being fully cured. But that's at well, that's right at 24 hours. No, it's not. I poured the resin-crete yesterday evening, so it's been about 12 hours, maybe just a hair over 12 hours. But it worked out great. Worked out
you could
great.
do some really nice effects with that using an eccentric chuck. So you could have
Oh
interlocking rings.
yes, yes, that
Well,
would be phenomenal.
thanks for bringing that product to our attention. Appreciate it.
Yeah. In fact, I'm doing demo in 2 weeks for Worldwide Woodturners, and I'm probably going to use some of this. And I may do. I had not thought of the eccentric thing yet, but even something like that. If you've got a little bad place in a piece of wood, to make a ring and to fill it with this instead of milliput, resin, anything like that, that would work phenomenally.
Have you
Right.
got a jar? Have you got a
Doug?
jar of this stuff to show?
Sorry, Mark's
It's in
just
the other
answered the
room. I'm
question.
sorry.
Okay.
Oh, resin crete, isn't it?
Y'all want to talk just a minute and I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
Good. Now we can talk about Doug since he's gone.
Well, you can still hear us.
I can
He's
still
still
hear
got
you.
his headphones on.
Well, then we won't
He's
tell
not-
him what a
he's not
lovely,
stupid.
lovely job he did of making his box.
He's not like I used to do when I used to go upstairs. I used to take my headphones off.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mark can't go upstairs now. The ceiling's too high.
That's true. I can go to the office though.
All right. This is
It'd be
put
nice
out
having
by a
broadband to
company
the
called
workshop tomorrow.
J. Dixon, Jdiction, Resin-crete, just like it sounds. Water-based eco 30-minute demold, 10 to 3 base to water by weight. You can go, and this is a 1,000-gram bag. This is a pretty big bag. I've done a 50 and a 60-gram pour out of it. Instructions are on the back of the bag. It's so simple.
Right, Doug. Todd has got a question here.
Okay.
Does resin-crete have any issues with oak and capillary action?
Doesn't
So
seem to.
basically, does it soak into the grain?
Doesn't look like it.
It's
It doesn't
available on
look like it
Amazon.
moved a bit.
Ben wants to know if it smells nice.
It doesn't smell. No odor.
Well, you could add odor. You could add a drop of lavender.
Sure, you could.
No,
Your wife's
Ben's only
perfume or-
Ben's only asking that so he can recommend it to McDonald's. That's all. That's the only reason he's asking that.
Right, bear with me. I found a link. I found a link for it,
Go ahead and throw it in there.
but the caveat that I'll add, this is an Amazon link.
Yes.
All right. So, but this,
The introduction
Now,
that I had was via
Andy
they said
Andy
order
from
through Amazon.
Andy from Woodwork Learner has said it works like plaster of Paris, but is a lot tougher.
Seems to be. Seems to be.
Well, you could add sparkles and glitter and stuff to it as well if you wanted.
I think you can. I would be, the bag says maximum 2% by weight of your mixture. So I'd be kind of careful with how much you put in. Um, I was probably at, I was probably pretty close to that 2% with the blue that I put in. And that was just what I put in, 8 drops, I think.
Yeah,
No, I put a little more than that, maybe about 10 drops. It's amazing. I'm amazed at how quickly grams add up. Um, not being a metric in a metric country, I didn't know how much a gram was. A gram's not much, not much at all. So anyway,
Work learner said something, but I didn't bother reading his comments. So.
I did with the 60-gram pour that I did today. I did that and that,
Brilliant.
which is half an inch thick, thereabouts. I can probably go ahead and demold this. I've probably, well, in fact, let's just see if I can demold it. I'm going to kind of loosen the edge just a little bit.
Taking about half an hour.
Oop, it is soft. So I broke one of the ears off, partly because it is thin. This mold was not full.
Wurzel, Wendy Junbish was using Jesmonite the other day, wasn't she? That's
Yeah,
where got
yeah,
the
she
idea
does.
for this.
She has done a good bit of it. There it is, demolded. I did break the one ear off of it. And on this inside where it was against the silicone mold, it is just as smooth as it can be. Let this sit up for another, 12 to 24 hours, and I'm sure that would not have broken like it did. That broke too easy. Plus, it's thin.
Clumsy and heavy-handed.
Partly because, as you can see, that's pretty thin right there. I didn't have, the mold was not full. So yeah, a little clumsy and heavy-handed, and a little thin. But it's a dream to work with. It really is. I'm surprised how nice it is.
It seems to have some nice applications for what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's definitely easier to use than Milliput.
Yeah, you don't have that heavy putty to mix together. Don't have to wear gloves. No, there's no smell. So I'm excited to see what I can do with it. I'm excited to see what others can do with it. I will get a lot of ideas from a lot of other people on what to do. So there it is, folks. A new product we're trying out, experimenting with, Resin Creek. I've got no affiliation with them. I paid for this myself. I do have another affiliation that I'll share with you in the days to come. I'm excited about it. Especially for you folks in the U.S.
Klingspor sanding abrasives.
No. That would have been a good one, but yeah, it's a big thing here in the United States. We've got Klingspor stores, mostly in North Carolina, but no, it's not with them. I do have some Klingspor abrasive. I just got them numbered and in my box. I'm ready to go. So I'm excited about using those.
The best abrasives out there.
I got a sample pack from the AAW, and I was not impressed. I'm hoping this new stuff I just got looks better than what I had. So I'm hoping it's going to work out. So anyway, it's been good. Any last questions or thoughts? Mark, Ruby, Wayne, you got anything going on particular?
Not this week, Doug. I'm still trying to find motivation to get back out in the workshop. Hopefully, I will be back next Wednesday, which will be the 10th of January.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be my first live of 2024.
And that'll be right after your birthday, Wayne.
It will, Ruby. Yeah, birthday is on Monday the 8th.
Right.
Good. Good, good,
Hey,
good.
hey, be on the day after him. Which is
Oh,
quite
Very
God,
good.
I hope
Sounds
so,
good to me.
Mark.
That's okay.
Jamie has moved to
My
Monday
husband,
Hey,
night.
something to look forward to later on in the year. I am actually planning a road trip. I am traveling down to Devon. I will be traveling down to Devon. There's a couple of people I've got to see down in Devon, and while I'm down there seeing them couple of people, I might go and see Mark as well.
near get drunk.
Good.
No,
Good
one
deal.
of the main people I'm going down to see is going to be Mark. Probably Pete as well in Bristol, but I've got a friend of mine who I was in the forces with, who I'm going to see as well. So I am planning a road trip this year, and I am hoping that Mark and I can be doing a live together.
well,
That will be
that would be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit later on in the year. I'm not sure very well when yet, but that is going to be an up and coming.
It's in the planning
Good,
process.
good, good.
That looks lovely, Doug.
All right. Well,
That-
thank you.
that-
It's, I was
I
hoping it
really
was
do.
going to work
That's
out.
I like the way it's very crisp. And I've said it before, but it
Yeah.
just works.
Like it as little water as goes in this stuff, it mixes up very thin, so it runs into your cracks and crevices and whatnot. So you want to have yourself sanded up, ready to go. But still, it machined well, very cleanly. Comes off as a powder, so expect it. Don't expect shavings off of it. I want to do a large piece and see what happens. Uh,
Yeah.
Something that it can get down into and make a big mess. So anyway, this looks good. Looks promising. Mark, did you say do you have something coming up?
Maybe next week.
Okay, yeah, next week you'll start up. Okay, Ruby, anything for you?
No, other than students coming for lessons.
Great, great. They'll learn a lot. They'll learn a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. It's been a good day. Been a good day. We got some things accomplished. I think it was a good experiment, and we'll be doing some more of this in the days to come. Come see us tomorrow night, worldwidewoodturners.org. There is a go to meeting button. Mark, Mark's got his guard over there watching out for him just in case. So anyway, it's good to have you. We'll see you all next week, if not before. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow,
Night.
guys.
Well, there's one. There's the other one.